There are detective stories that throw you into a gritty alley with nothing but a flashlight and a bad feeling. Then, there are others that hand you a badge, a notebook, and a hotel full of extremely opinionated dinosaurs who swear more than grown adults. Dinocop wastes no time letting you know which side of that scale it falls into. What starts as a cute little indie quickly turns into a surprisingly layered mystery about identity, rights, and responsibility. I'll start by breaking down what you can expect from the game mechanics, or you can just skip ahead to my final thoughts and ratings. But before that, let me ask you this. How deep would you dig for the truth if the entire hotel had something to hide? Dinosaurs have been brought back into existence and turn out to be much more sentient than we first thought. Along with their reintroduction to the world came a host of problems. One of which was that no dinosaurs wanted to be a cop. So, humans created you, Dinocop, in an attempt to bring us closer. One day on the job, a call comes in explaining that human meat has been brought to a dino rights convention. As Dinocop, it's up to you to sleuth out who's breaking the law through investigation and interrogation. At the hotel where the event took place, you'll encounter many different dinosaurs and find clues everywhere. All this information will be stored and organized in your journal, with lines connecting related clues. The case can become quite complicated, making the journal essential and helpful after hours of investigation. You'll also keep track of everyone's schedules, but only after you talk to them at that specific time of day. Small markers will indicate when that person at that time has something to contribute to your investigation. A lot of the time, you can find clues with your nose. At the start, you can't identify much of what's around you, but as you explore the hotel and sniff more objects, you'll understand everything nearby once you're close enough. Your nose is great, but you will still need to identify quite a bit visually. More than once, I got lost for hours because I didn't look in a drawer or on the other side of an object holding a clue. It's absolutely vital to inspect suspicious areas thoroughly. Some of the important clues you need to log will only be obtained when you use the right tool. Tools like a magnifying glass that gives you a closer look, or a newspaper with holes cut in it, allowing you to spy on nearby conversations. The different items are necessary and will be unlocked as you build your case and help some of the folks around the hotel. Dinocop may look like a cute and happy game with adorable dinosaurs and funny graphics, but don't let its looks fool you. The opening line of the game drops 2 F-bombs with a slew of other bad words throughout the entirety of the game, even involving a character whose name I do not dare repeat here. There is no voice acting, so you won't hear any of the words or adult humor in the game, just have to read it. I would love to hear any thoughts or questions you have about the game or my review, so please leave me a message in the comments below. And while you do that, let's move on to my final thoughts and ratings. At first glance, Dinocop looked like a fun, cute little indie game that could be finished in a few short hours. However, everything about this game turned out to be the opposite of what I expected. The only exception was the graphics, which stayed cute. The opening line set the stage for what evolved into a mature political satire about the mistreatment of dinosaurs and their efforts to gain more rights. The investigation took far longer than I anticipated, with many hours spent running in circles. However, most of the confusion was my own fault by not looking in a drawer or inspecting the entirety of some objects. Learning to navigate the mechanics and various abilities I had was straightforward. I understood how the game functioned and what I needed to do to complete objectives. The challenge arises when rushing to investigate an area. The journal helped identify who I needed to watch, the best time of day, and cases that required more clues. However, it did not assist if I missed a clue in a room. I appreciate that it doesn't hold my hand during investigations, but I wouldn't have minded a bit more guidance if I happened to overlook something. It was very impressive how in-depth this game explored the interactions between all the different characters in the small area of the hotel. The various sides of a major argument and how they interacted with each other were very compelling. But things got a little strange as the case deepened, and people acted the same even after major discoveries. Some people changed their schedules and actions, but others continued to behave the same, even though they were known to be involved in a large part of the situation. It seemed there were some choices that could be made during the case that might end the game early, leading to different possible endings. It took me around 13 hours to complete once, with about 2 of those hours spent wandering without making any progress. I know I still missed some things and could have done more, but I was eager to see how it would conclude, so I skipped the cases that weren't essential. Knowing what I know now about progressing through the game, I might be tempted to revisit it if I don't forget anything. Playtime would be cut way down. And now's the point in my review where I'd like to turn my thoughts into numbers and figure out what shelf this game belongs on. The visuals were good, cute and funny, concealing a very mature nature. I'll give it a 3. The story was entertaining, even if it was a little typical for the detective genre. Still worthy of another 3. The gameplay was easy to pick up, with frustrations only arising when I didn't look everywhere. I'm going with another 3. Some replayability with the important decisions to be made possibly making a difference in the story. It's a 2. It was a lot of fun in the beginning, but the intrigue fell off quite a bit with the endless day after day searching for clues. That's another 2. Giving Dinocop an average score of 2.6 out of 5. Earning it a spot on my mid-shelf. It's an interesting indie game that hides a lot behind cartoonish styles and boasts a lot to accomplish before the end. I didn't find the entire thing to be entertaining. I lost interest about halfway through. But it wasn't so boring that I didn't want to beat it. I was very compelled to finish it. I was not going to let this game beat me. But ultimately, this game wasn't really for me. If you're into noir stories and political satire, this could be right up your alley. If not, look through the list on your left. I've reviewed a lot of games and can find a perfect fit for you.